Ho, everyone. Welcome in to our first ever video podcast. You've got Jeff and Brandon here with our Christmas episode of the Chasing Trails podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you're having a merry season. Jeff, you're looking so festive. It's fantastic.
Yeah, man, look at this beautiful. I can't take credit for this. My two daughters wrote a note on the back of the chalkboard here for me and decorated with garland and flashing lights. The only thing I did was get out my Christmas hat. That's it.
Right. And what a great Christmas hat it is. I seriously think if our careers fall through, the whole mall Santa, we've got a great future as mall Santas, I think.
It's in my bloodline. My grandfather used to be a mall Santa.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, when he quit, that's where my love for Christmas must come from. When he quit running a truck for RST, a gas truck, for part-time work in the wintertime, he was a Santa. He had the full, nice Santa suit and the big beard and the whole bit, and he did mall Santa. He loved it.
Well, that's fantastic. I think for someone who was kind of shy about the whole video podcast thing, you're starting hot right out of the gate. Like it's
I didn't do any of it. I came home and it was all done for me.
Hey man, we're gonna roll with it, and kudos to your production team for the visuals on this today. Listen, if you're tuning into this for the first time, Jeff and I don't normally do this. This isn't like our normal get up. We have our special Christmas episode for the Chasing Trails podcast, and we're putting it up on YouTube just to kind of see what happens. We may not do it forever, but we might do some special ones every now and then. So you could do us a big favor and subscribe and like the YouTube channel or whatever you do to sign up for YouTube content, and ring that bell or whatever, and that way you'll know when
I've never done this before.
I know. I mean, I don't even go on YouTube very much. I just go watch things. I never actually go listen to things or subscribe to things. But yeah, if you could sign up for that, that'd be fantastic. And if you're checking us out and you discovered us on YouTube, we have a podcast that we put out on a pretty regular basis, which is more audio than it is visual. But we thought we'd do something special today. So Here we are, Christmas. Are you all ready for Christmas, Jeff?
No, we are. I mean, we're probably getting close. Yeah, as far as shopping for 5 kids goes, man. Are you ever really ready?
No.
You know?
It never ends.
No,
it never ends.
So that's where we're at right now. Wondering if we've missed anything or forgotten anything, or is it all fair? That's always a big thing.
Oh yeah, right? That is a big thing. Yeah.
So, and then I mean, I'm a big Christmas guy, but I realized the other day we were talking about this. I like the Christmas magic, not the Christmas work so much.
Yeah, that's right.
It feels really magical to me because I don't do any of it. So it's really my wife that does most of the work.
Where you're just as surprised as about the gifts as the kids are on Christmas Day. Like that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, basically, that's what we got them. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I get a preview usually on the 22nd or 23rd to make sure everything's good in case I have to run out and get something, and then the wrapping gets done and we go from there. So
I've been kind of trying to keep myself on this pretty tight calorie deficit over the past couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. But you know what's really blowing it up right now is Christmas cookies.
Yeah, no doubt.
Christmas cookies, man, are like my kryptonite. I have a hard time saying no to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Christmas cookies. Like
you're not having unless you're having half a dozen, if we're being honest.
That's right. And it got me thinking, Jeff, I don't know this about you, but what's your favorite Christmas cookie?
Oh, wow. I mean, I love probably all of them, but
right?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't even know what they're called. My wife makes these they got little bits of craisins and white chocolate and different stuff in them, and they're just really good, and she only makes them at Christmas time, and so they're definitely my favorite for sure as far as cookie goes. They're like a white chocolate chip sort of.
Oh, nice.
Cookie. Yeah, they're very good.
I also have a odd Christmas cookie. I'm a complex man. I've got all these nuances. I don't like maraschino cherries in anything.
Really?
But I love them in these Christmas cookies that my mom makes. So she makes ones with chocolate chips, maraschino cherries, coconut, and then it's got like almond flavor in it as
Oh
well.
yeah.
And it's fantastic. And she had lost the recipe and has been like experimenting with the combination of ingredients, trying to get them just right to the way they were.
Yeah.
And for years, it was like miss. And then she's finally got it back down pat again. And it's
Wow.
like, oh, it's not like I'm like you. I like pretty well all the cookies,
Right?
but
Yeah.
this one's it's not Christmas until I've had some of those cookies.
Yeah.
You know, because they only happen at Christmas time.
Yeah, you
So-
gotta have the classic like crack top ginger cookies.
Mm,
Those are always around. They're good. You're
yeah.
having the classic sugar cookies with the icing on top. You know,
Shortbreads. I
shortbread.
love shortbread cookies
yeah.
too, man. Oh, so
Yeah.
good.
It's true. There's one of the ones called that come out of like a pipe. Maybe
I don't know what kind of cookies you're talking about.
yeah.
They come out of a pipe?
They're almost like icing that you like squeeze out, and we got introduced to them a couple of years ago, and I forget what they're called now, but they're just so simple, and they're just you could just eat 24 of them in like no time. They're just little.
Man.
Anyway, they're really good too.
What about like chocolate peanut butter balls? Do you like those as well?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
now here's
those
a
are so
question:
good.
what makes a peanut butter ball for you? Are there raisins in there or chocolate?
Oh no.
Or do you like the ones with the Rice Krispies in it?
Yeah. I like Rice Krispies and crunchy peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
So crunchy peanut butter and Rice Krispies, I'm all on board for that. The question is though, do you use milk chocolate or do you use like baker's chocolate or do you use dark chocolate?
We would use dark chocolate because milk chocolate would make me feel bad. So
oh, that's true. Yeah. I love the milk chocolate ones though. Oh my goodness.
I still do love milk chocolate, and I still eat it on the regular, and just know that I'm going to regret my decisions, but I do it anyway. So
yeah, fantastic. Oh, so many good things. One of the good things that you put me on, Jeff, that I wasn't aware of, is that Second Cup has come out with, and they've been doing this for a while. I just haven't clued into it. They've come out with this spiced eggnog coffee.
Oh, there's nothing better.
Oh my goodness, Jeff.
Yeah.
So I used to have to just drink eggnog lattes. Like I'm a big lover of eggnog.
Yeah.
So I would just drink eggnog lattes all the time. Well, that's like a meal. Like that's like it's got the calorie.
You can't do that when Devin's coaching. Yeah.
No man, I can't do that. So I've been like, how can I get some eggnog in there without actually having all the calories? And that is the ticket right there. It is so smooth. The coffee is really smooth, and it's got that eggnog flavor.
The flavor profile's really good on it, eh?
Oh
like
my
It doesn't
goodness.
just smell like eggnog coffee. It actually tastes like you have eggnog in your coffee.
Yeah, I was like, what are they putting in this to make it taste like this? Because there's got to be some sort of eggnog, like syrup or something like that you can put in it that makes it taste that way. But
yeah,
my goodness, it's been a holiday favorite right now, and it's
I
so
bought
good.
Two of their 5-pound bags in November 2nd. I was looking for eggnog coffee, and they were like, "We don't have that yet." I'm like, "It's here. I know it's here. Go get it. It's
That's right. It's in the box that you're not allowed to open right now, but it's just get it. Yeah. So we love it so much that we thought we would give a bag away. And so we've got a nice little giveaway. Like Christmas is the time for just kind of being generous and that sort of thing. And so we thought we would be generous and give out one of our fantastic mugs and a bag of eggnog coffee. And so we're thrilled to do that. Do you want to tell them how to do it, Jeff, or do you want me to tell them how to do it?
You go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to put a Christmas post highlighting this episode. We're going to put it up next week. And when we release the episode, and on that post, we want you, of course, you have to follow the Instagram page. So there's number one. Follow the Instagram page. Second is like it, and then comment down below in the comment section. Tag someone that you'd want to spend a little bit of time drinking an eggnog coffee with. Someone maybe over the Christmas break that you want to enjoy an eggnog coffee with, and just tag them in the comments below. And when you do that, we'll put your name in a draw. We'll do the little spinny wheel, and we'll give you whoever wins gets this nice little prize. And that's a sweet little giveaway, I think. I'd love that.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Coffee in a mug. Now, Jeff, give them a little sneak peek of the mugs that you and I have.
Oh, the other mug?
Yeah.
So this here,
the prototype
mug of Chasing Trails. This is a perfect mug that fits exactly 493 milliliters. if you if you like tall boy beers, craft beers, it fits it exceptionally well. And so this is our new prototype that we tested with Kyla, and it's amazing. It's good. Yeah, I really enjoy it, and I don't drink out of it as often as my coffee mug.
Yeah.
But I do drink out of it often.
Yeah. I've got some of that eggnog coffee in my alternate mug here, but that's it's not nearly as good as those ones. They're fantastic.
How do you drink coffee at 8 o'clock at night and go to bed? I couldn't do it.
Listen, man, I'm pretty sure it's because I have ADD. Like I think like they say that if you have ADD, you can drink coffee and it won't actually stimulate you. It'll calm you down.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
That's the only thing I can think of, because I could drink a coffee at 10 o'clock at night and go right to bed. Like
Right.
It's not going to be an issue for me. So that's the only thing I can attribute it to. Other than that, or I've just become desensitized to the small amounts of caffeine that I'm drinking in one cup of coffee.
Right.
That could also be.
I used to be able to do that, and as I got older, I'm unable to do it now.
You still can't do it, eh?
No. Sometimes if I have like an after supper coffee, I'll be up all night. I can't sleep, and I don't sleep.
Really?
And I even notice it like in my Garmin. It's like, wow, you had a crappy sleep. Well, thanks. Yes, that's because of my stupid coffee. So
right. Yeah. Well, you are getting older now, because is your birthday this week?
My birthday's Saturday. Yeah.
Hey, happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
So that's going to be what, 42? Is that where you're at?
42? Yeah.
Come on in, buddy. The water's fine. It doesn't feel too bad.
Does anything change?
No, like all the things that hurt at 41 hurt at 42. And
it's the same suck. Same level. Good.
That's right. Good. I don't think the suck levels up until you get to 50 now at this point in time. So I think we've got like a steady plateau in the 40s, and then the 50s, like the wheels fall off a little bit more, maybe.
Completely. Yeah.
Speaking of wheels fall off, man, you had a rough week this week, didn't you?
Oh, did I have a week, man? I just got my car back, and just got it back. Had the AC pump go on it, and in a Subaru, apparently it's all tied together with the main serpentine belt or whatever. So when your AC pump goes, eventually it'll seize and blow up your belt, and you're done. So I had to get it fixed. My last two cars didn't have AC because I was like, I'm not putting $1,200 or $1,500 into an AC pump. I'll just roll down the window. Anyway, you don't get that option in a Subaru Impreza hatchback standard, apparently. So I just got it back 3 weeks ago, and then I got them to put the winter tires on while they were there. So it was 3.5 weeks later, and so Heidi's uncle wanted me to go pick up some duck decoys that were for sale. And I was on my lunch break, and I was like, okay, well, it's only 10 minutes away. I can get down there and back before my client at 1 o'clock, so I'll do that. And so I run down the road to the neighborhood just around the corner, just down off Prospect Street, so it was right close to the branch. And I was making this funny noise, this like scratchy noise. And I thought it was just the snow underneath, like bunged up underneath my tire. And so anyway, it kept getting progressively louder and louder and louder. I was like, well, I'll check it when I get to the guy's house and see what's going on. So anyway, so I get there, and it's making, bad noise, but it's only like every rotation you can hear it grinding on something. Oh. So I get out and I get my stuff all loaded up that I bought from him, and I grab the front tire and I give it a big shake, and it's nice and tight on there. It's not wobbly or anything. Shakes the whole car. I'm like, well, that's weird. I give it a big kick. It doesn't like clunk or anything. So I kick all the snow out from underneath it. And then I didn't even make it another 2 minutes. The entire tire came off. Caught up in underneath my fender, but it was making such a racket when it was about to come off that I had slowed down and pulled off the side of the road. So I was only doing like maybe 5 kilometers an hour when it came off. And it's the most heart-wrenching feeling when you're driving along and all of a sudden that one side of your car drops.
Oh, shoot.
Front tire, and you're just like, oh, and you can hear the rotor just scraping on the pavement. Anyway, so I get out and I'm just like, what happened? So I take a picture and send it to my buddy, and he's like, where's all your lug nuts? And I'm like, I don't know, man, they were on there a minute ago. He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't think anything broke. I think your tire just fell off, you big dummy. And I was like, oh. It literally got out and shook the thing, a block beforehand. Anyway, so yeah, spun off all the lug nuts, and I called CAA and they came and got it, and I didn't even wait with it. I was so mad, and I had clients, probably they weren't. I was on time, but it was close, and so I got my wife to come pick me up, and we basically, just left it on the side of the road with the key in the ignition because no one was going to take it. Like, I
That's
couldn't
right.
go anywhere. Just left it there, and CAA said they'd be 3.5 hours, and I was like, I am not sitting on the side of the road for 3.5 hours. So anyway, I got it back today. Not a lick of damage.
Wow.
Literally just a bent. I mean, there's a bent fender because the tire got caught up underneath it, but no damage to the rotor. Nothing needs to be replaced. They literally just put my my wheel back on and gave it back to me. Like, great.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
wild.
now I'm gonna travel around with a torque wrench underneath my front seat, and so
Yeah. Good idea.
It'll be good for anyone who bothers me in my car well enough that I use it on them or the tires, one of the two. So
Yeah. Well, speaking of blowing a wheel, we've got a great guest for a little segment as a part of our Christmas episode. Our shoe guy, Colin Swift, is going to be joining us. And so let's just welcome in Colin right now, see if he's there.
Is he early? He's here.
Hey, Colin, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
You weren't quite ready for
I
that.
like the backgrounds. I was very interested to
forgot
see
your
what the
Christmas hat,
backgrounds
Colin.
turned into. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot this is the Christmas
where's
episode.
your Christmas?
Darn it.
No Christmas spirit. That's right. No,
Yeah.
I think Jeff and I have enough.
I can't
for
believe
both
you're wearing
of
a
you,
Jets
or for both
toque, by the
everyone.
way.
Oh, I know.
Isn't that
It's so hot too. It's so hot wearing this right now. Like I just want to rip it off, but my hair is so messy. I'm not going to do it. So I have to just endure it,
Yeah.
the humiliation and also the heat. But man, thanks for joining us. We're glad that you could be on, man.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to be here as always.
Right. So we're here to talk shoes. You're our shoe guy.
Right.
And of course, we wanted to just bring you on for a little bit to talk about some of the shoes from this past year. Yeah. And we're like, if we laid out this scenario here, okay, we have our Christmas tree all laid out. It's Christmas Eve. There's a shoebox sized gift under the tree. Yeah. What shoes are you hoping this year will be under the tree? What are the shoes that are going to make the best Christmas ever?
Okay. So it's hard to pick, but I think the shoe that I would want anyway, because the price has been like a deterrent for me, but I've been wanting to try it for so long, and it's the shoe that won Hard Rock this year, the shoe that won Western States this year, and the shoe that won UTMB this year. And that's the Hoka Tecton X3. It's like Hoka's super trail shoe. The only other person actually I've seen wear it in person is Alex Quinn at the Looney Loops. And
that's right. Yeah, he got a pair.
Yeah, he got a pair from Hoka, and he was saying that they feel great as well. So the price tag's a little high on that one, but I'd still would love to see that one. But also, I need a Gore-Tex shoe. I don't know. Have you guys worn? What do you guys wear in the winter?
We just wear wet feet.
Your feet.
Jeff doesn't go outside. Jeff doesn't go outside in the wintertime.
I don't blame you.
And I just get wet feet.
Yeah, because your feet are freezing. My feet have been freezing the last month, and I always had a pair of like Gore-Tex shoes specifically for winter, but I've just worn them out. Like I had a pair of Speedgoat Gore-Tex for a long time, but I had to throw them out, and I had a pair of Nikes too, that like a road running shoe that were good in the winter. But anyway, I think I just need a pair of new Gore-Tex trail runners, but I was thinking I'd put it out to the audience for some recommendations for some Gore-Tex winter trail runners, because I can't decide. I've been looking at a bunch, and I just can't. Like Nike's got one. I mean, everyone has one almost.
They all have one, right? They all have a set. I was just looking at Hoka's Gore-Tex. So they have a Gore-Tex version of all of their major names, like all of their labels. So, I mean, whether that's Gore-Tex, Speed Goats or Challengers or whatever, but there's lots of options. I wouldn't know where to start. I wouldn't know what it does to the sneaker that would makes it that much different.
The only thing I like about them is it just keeps your feet warmer because they're a little bit waterproof, so you're not getting a whole bunch of water in there. But I only wear them when it's like snowy and slushy, because in the summer you can't wear them. It's just like you need the breathability and the water drainage and all that. So, but also I've been looking at the Merrells. I've never tried a pair of Merrells, but I know guy from Rossay, the pro trail runner who ran Leadville this year, Reed Burrows,
Reed Burrows
is sponsored by Merrell, and he's always rocking Merrells. And Merrell has a mid-range kind of cushion shoe that is full Gore-Tex that I was looking at, but it's like $230. I mean, that's sometimes like around 200 is almost becoming the norm now, unfortunately. But so I'm looking at that one as well.
Okay,
and
those are all great options.
Yeah. And
if you got deep pockets or a rich uncle or someone that could put it under the tree for you, that'd be fantastic.
Yes. So one more shoe I was going to talk about, like going into 2025. Very excited about, but another insanely priced one. But we're talking about Norda, and Nordas are known for their longevity. So the price sometimes when it comes to the Nordas are a little more acceptable because you're going to get a little more lifespan out of them. But the Norda 005 is set to release in March, and I'm like super pumped for this one. So I think Kelsey Hogan, if you have her on again in the new year, she'll be able to talk about it, because I'm pretty sure she's been wearing that all summer because they gave it to most of the Norda athletes to try out. And I was just, because they had a big event, a sneaker event out in Texas, so I'm like really tuned into that because I'm obsessed with sneakers. And so Nick, the guy who the co-founder of Norda, was down there with the Norda 005 talking about it. So the shoe is similar kind of stack height as the 001, so it's like a kind of a mid-stack shoe, do-it-all shoe, but the weight is like insane. It's like lighter than a lot of super trail or super road shoes. So I just looked up the weight of the Nike Vaporfly, and I think in a men's size 9 or 8 it was around 7.5 ounces. So the Norda, which is a like full cushioned Vibram lugged trail shoe that's supposed to last like 800 kilometers or more, is only 6.8 ounces. So people are holding it at this event. There's like, I don't really understand what I'm even holding because it's so light.
How is this possible?
So 2025, that's the shoe I'm looking most forward to right now. But we'll see what it comes out price wise. I haven't seen the Canadian price yet. So
like Norda's, I am super excited about those. In fact, I've only looked at the 001s and the 002s, and they look so good. Like the design is so good on them, and to know that they would last that much longer, I think, to me, as a guy who's like, once you find something, you just want to ride with that the whole time. Like that seems like such a better use of money than when they change all the designs all the time. You could just wear the same pair for 1,000 kilometers and you'd be all set.
And one of their things about that whole company is they want to be sustainable. Like that's their goal with their sneakers, for them to last longer. So they're not trying to just pump out a bunch of shoes to people to run through. So knowing that that's one of their goals is another kind of good reason to look into the Norda, and they're a Canadian company, which is really cool.
Yeah, that is. They're based in Montreal, I think, aren't they? The bottoms, like the Vibram lugs, does Hoka use Vibram lugs as well? I think they do, don't they?
On some of their shoes, Speed Goats for sure, but maybe only the Speed Goat actually when it comes to Hoka.
That's the one I was looking at. Yeah,
and
it was
the
the
Tecton.
Speed Goat that I was looking at.
The Tectons use them too, but Norda also have put on a new version of the Vibram on the 005 that's supposed to be like, I don't know, 15% lighter than any other rubber and 15% stickier than any other rubber. So supposedly the grip is even crazier on the 005 too, but we'll see.
Wow. Yeah. So just as a plug, you did a review of both of the 001 and the 002, correct?
Yeah. And I love it. I love them both.
So, right. And so I was watching that, and that's what got me turned on to them. And I was like, that's so fantastic. So can you, where can people watch that review again? Can you just give a plug for your YouTube channel?
Sure. usually if you just type in my name, actually, Colin Swift, on your YouTube search, and maybe if you're looking for the Norda specifically, the review on the Norda, just type in Norda and it'll pop up. And yeah, I haven't done many reviews lately, but I do have. I just ran 100K in the Hoka Torrent 4. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Torrents. It's like Hoka's lower stack model, a little quicker model.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do a review on that this weekend and get that one out there. I haven't had a sneaker review up in a minute, but yeah.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. So did you, I can't remember if you mentioned this or not, but do you have like your best shoe of this past year of 2024? What's the best one that you would recommend?
The shoe of the year 2024, I think I was going to give it to the Tecton X3, but I actually haven't ran in that, so I don't know if that would count. Right. Me personally, I think even though it's been out for a couple years now, like the Norda 001 is the one I've ran in the most, and it's still, available. It's not a shoe that's like discontinued. So for me, that was my personal kind of shoe of the year. It's the one I ran in the most for sure. And yeah, and I did find him online or on sale this year. Like the biggest, I think, thing that keeps people away from that is the price tag. But now I know like you can get them on sale. So if you get them down to 160 or 180 bucks, then that's a really, really good steal of a deal. But the sizing is weird. I think I told you that, Brandon.
Right.
And like I have to go a half size up. But I've also told people like, yeah, you have to go a half size up. I've told Felice this, and I felt bad after. She's like, all right, I'm getting them because she saw them like half off on the last hunt or something. And the half size up for her was still too small. So the sizing is just really weird. I don't know how they screwed that one up, but yeah, it's better to like, if you know someone with a similar size, maybe try them on somehow. Otherwise, order from somewhere that you can return because you can't really find them around here yet. I think actually Aerobics First in Halifax. I think they might be the closest place that actually carries them in store.
No way. All right. Hey, we know the guys at Aerobics First, Jeff. That's the All Out Trail Racing guys. That's Pete.
That's right.
Pete runs at that one. Yeah. So Nordas. I don't see anyone running in them. Like you're the only one that I know besides Kelsey that actually have Nordas. Yeah. So that could be a real cool. If you're into looking really cool and having something no one else has, Norda's the way to go.
Yeah.
Well, I assume Kelsey just punched her UTMB ticket in Norda 5s, probably.
Yeah, I was just looking at her Instagram to because I was curious if she was wearing them at UTMB, and I think she went back and forth from the 001 and the 005 during the race, maybe. Yeah. And at least during QMT she did that. So yeah, I bet you she wore them the whole time in UTMB.
Yeah.
How cool would that be to wear like this prototype sneaker that like no one else has? That would be so sick. Like that'd make me run faster just to try and be able to get your hands on one of those sneakers that no one else would get. That'd be so good.
How cool would it be to decide like 5 days before an event to fly to Mexico and finish second in a race?
I know.
Like she's just cool no matter what, but then she's got cool shoes too. So good for her.
Yeah. I could decide last minute to fly to Mexico, but it would never be to run a race. So I could.
We could sit on the beach real good though.
Yeah. That's right. Oh yeah, man. You want to see this all laid out in its glory? Let's get to Mexico, and it'll be awesome. I can't wait. That'll be our next special episode. Is live from Mexico.
I'm coming.
Yeah, man.
I'll do the film work and the audio.
Yes. Yeah. Hope you got a wide lens, buddy, because that's what you're gonna need to capture some of this.
That's what the GoPro's for.
That's right.
Oh goodness.
Colin, man, thanks so much for being with us. We love your advice on shoes, and I can't wait to see some of the new Nordas. That's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, no worries, boys. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys when the races start up again too, and hope you have a great episode here.
All right. Thanks, Colin. Appreciate you, man.
Okay. See you, boys.
See ya. So, okay, Jeff. So if we are trying to fill up our stockings, that's kind of where we want to go with our next little bit of it, right? And so we've got some stocking stuffer ideas. We've got some some options here that we can fill it in. So we're going to share our Christmas runners, stocking stuffers. And for a lot of us, like, we still got some of our shopping to do.
Yes.
I know I do.
Right.
So this might be helpful for you guys as you get ready to kind of figure out what to put in your stockings. All right. So, Jeff, do you want to go first? Why don't you list off a couple of the things that you want to put in a stocking?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you need a good protein bar and a good carb filled bar, and of course, you can do that with our friends at Made with Local. But they don't do a mix pack, so you're gonna have to buy multiples, mix them up yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
Put some in your stocking. But it's good stuff there. But yeah, Heidi always gets me in my stocking. There's always some sort of running bar or those what are they? The chews, but they're
like the honey stingers, or the
the honey stingers and the tropical or the pink lemonade. They're pretty tasty.
Ooh, pink lemonade would be good.
Yeah, so they're pretty good. So something like that in your stocking. It's a little treat,
Yeah,
good stuff.
I like the protein cookies from Made with Local. Have you had one of those yet?
I've had both. Yeah, I ordered 2 boxes as soon as they came out. Yeah, they're both.
Which one's your favorite? Yeah, I like the white one.
It depends on the mood that I'm in. If I'm having a coffee, the peanut butter one really hits the spot because it does kind of taste like a peanut butter cookie. So you're having a nice coffee and a little peanut butter cookie, and it is an afternoon snack or whatever at lunch, and I do enjoy that. But the chocolate one is pretty good as well. Yeah. I would have to say the peanut butter is my favorite though.
Yeah, that's what I had. I had the peanut butter cookie one.
Yeah.
And it was so good. It was just, it literally, it was kind of like a cookie. I got to give them kudos.
Baked, like it's
right?
It is good. It's good texture.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never had anything we didn't like from those guys yet.
That's
the
true.
Gingerbread cookies are back. I saw on Instagram the other day. Last year's gingerbread bars were really tasty. So that would be an excellent stocking stuffer right there. Couple gingerbread from Made with Local.
Good call. All right. My first thing for my stocking is a combo. I'm going to use 2 for this one. Socks and underwear. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking for socks and underwear. I'm at that stage of my life now where that's actually kind of exciting. So you're like, woo, yes, new socks and underwear. That's fantastic. And so, trying to find, I'm a big fan of man-mades. I find they're really good for running. Low chafe. There's no like inseam, so like it doesn't really bother your legs for chafing and stuff like that. And you can't go wrong with Smart Wool socks or Darn Tough socks. Those are ones that I just love seeing in my stocking, and I just love putting them on my feet because they just feel so comfy.
Did you tell your wife that Man-Made has a Christmas bundle out right now with
I do
4 pairs of underwear, 4 pairs of socks, and a toque?
I'm kind of guessing that's probably going to be under the tree for me.
Yes, sir.
Like it was last year. I'm not super keen about the toque, but
you didn't like the toque, eh? Yeah.
I mean, it's all right. I mean, I don't know how special can a toque be, but but I think the socks, and I love the socks. They're fantastic too. So
really,
I'm not.
I've still never tried a pair. I'll borrow a pair next time over your place.
Yeah, man. They've got they're like
the socks,
compression socks. Yeah. Hey man, what's mine is yours, Jeff. What's mine is yours. Yeah. So that would be mine. What's next? What's next for you?
I think a good pair of lightweight gloves. There's nothing worse than having freezing cold fingers. I'm not talking about those Dollarama tight little mitten gloves. And, those things. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about actual running gloves specific to runners. And it'd be nice. It's nice if they have those little finger things on them so you can still look at your phone. The head ones from Costco are great. They're like $14. So they'd be a hit probably for anyone. But you almost need a new pair every year if you use them a lot.
You do.
You always give me a hard time for not going outside. But I do have a pair of outdoor running gloves, and I do go outside sometimes in the wintertime to run. Yeah, I haven't been running at all right now, so I can't. I shouldn't even be doing this podcast, but
right. Well, good thing we're not really talking about running, so we're talking about running stuff.
Mostly Christmas gifts, right? Yeah,
that's right. So you're totally qualified. But I would agree the head ones. I've got multiple pairs of head gloves. I even have some running room gloves that have like the sticky fingers so that you can touch your phone and stuff.
Yep.
But I do like those ones. That's a good call. Good one on that one. All right. The next thing on mine is I would like to try this year the Element Black Cherry Lime Sparkling Water.
What?
So
I didn't even know that existed. That's
yeah,
cool.
man. So they've got a series of like sparkly waters on, and on their website, and so they've got I think a orange citrus one maybe, and then there's black cherry lime. I'm like, that sounds fantastic. I would love to try that.
If it's as good as the Rain Body Fuel energy drink cherry limeade, which is really good, that would be interesting. Probably wouldn't have near as much junk in it as the
No,
Rain
I would hope not. I would hope not.
But man, those hit the spot.
Yeah, bubbly water is pretty salty to begin with, and so I'm wondering how
right
like
what it tastes
how
like.
this goes down. Like
Yeah.
I hope it's not like drinking seawater or something like that. But
yeah, it'd be interesting
because
I think I always I mix my Element with a liter instead of 500 mils, and I think they recommend 500 mils. I would find that really strong. I think if I went with 500 mils.
Yeah. I made the mistake of putting like a whole packet in my flask one time when we were running.
Mils? Yes, sir. That'd be something.
Boo! It was like it was.
I'm taking a mouthful of salt.
It is. It's like, yeah, I was just feeling like, no wonder I got blood pressure issues. It's probably from all the Element that I friggin' drank when I was using it in the summer. Yeah. Anyway, that's probably not good. Yeah, so that would be my next one. What's up for you?
That's a good question. I don't know if I had any more.
Oh, you're all done?
I think so.
All right.
I mean, I would say a pair of shoes, but is that really a stocking stuffer?
No.
So, you know what? I've never tried running in or never even put on, and it seems to be a swag that is often put in swag bags. So people must like them. But a buff in the wintertime or anytime. I've never worn one. I have 3 or 4 of them now from being at different races. I don't know how to use them. I feel like I would use it wrong, and it would look ridiculous. And so I need a tutorial on how to wear a buff properly when I run. But yeah, I feel like that would be a good stocking stuffer. It's the right size. I just don't know that it's for me. But
yeah,
someone would like them.
I get it. So there's like a science around using buffs, I think. So for me, I can't wear a buff like pulled up over my nose. Like it feels like I'm being waterboarded. Like I can't breathe enough out of it, and like moisture builds up on the buff from your breath, and it starts to get even harder, and that freezes, and it's always trouble. So I always like to have it like tucked in, covered my neck, and tucked up on my chin. But then there's ones that I've seen people will just put it as like a headband around their ears and wear it like a ear warmer kind of thing because they run hot. And so I think that would work the best for me because most of the time, like you're sweating like crazy. So my head's never that cold or that sort of thing, but my ears get cold.
Yeah.
But buffs are tricky that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got 2 things left, and so I'll share mine with you. So the next one I have, and again, this is an expensive stocking stuffer, but I would like the Phoenix HM65R headlamp. And is that the one that you have? I
think maybe it's. I don't know. I can't remember which one I got, but it's up there. Yeah.
So this one I found particularly helpful because it's got a 24-hour battery. So if you leave it on, and it's got 3 different lumen settings. So there's like a 400 lumen, which lasts 24 hours. And then you can bump it up to something bigger. And then there's the brightest one, which is 1300 lumens. That's like a freaking car headlight. Like
mine does bright. Mine does 14 if you have both on. And it is crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. And it's got like a 2 meter impact like buffer. So if you drop it from like 2 meters, it won't break. Yeah. Which I was like, that I'm gonna need that because I think it's just about 2 meters from my head to the ground. So when I fall over, I just want to make sure I don't smash it on the ground.
Brandon trips and breaks his ankle.
That's right, yeah.
Doesn't want to break his $170 headlamp.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. So I think that'd be the way to go. I'd love to
I
have
really
one of
like mine.
those.
It's super comfortable. The one I have has the headband, and then it has another band that goes over the top.
Yeah.
So it's like wearing a hat almost.
Mhm.
And I was doing some wiring work here in the house the other day, and I had it on so that I could see because I had the power turned off like a good boy. And and so it was really helpful, like the brightness and being able to aim it. Like it was really great. So
Yeah. This one has like it's almost like a sweat headband. Like it's a
Mhm.
really thick headband, but it
Mhm.
only goes around around your head. And I think
Yeah,
I'd like that more because the ones with the big strap that goes around it, it's always like sliding and
yeah,
messing around on my head. I got a weird shaped head, so that makes it a little bit harder for
sure.
me.
Yeah.
Too many brains in there. But
Yes.
yeah, so that's that. And my last one, the last thing I'm looking for is some Hoka Glide shorts. These are
Mm.
seriously the most comfortable shorts I've ever run in, and I would love another pair like that 7-inch cut. Like I'm getting Jeff, like you and I, we grew up in like the '90s
Mhm.
when long shorts like were the
Yes.
big deal. Like the
Yeah.
Fab Five from
Yeah.
Michigan, they introduced all these long
The
shorts.
basketball shorts that were long and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that's not cool in running. Like that's not the. It's
I
like the
still
short
don't wear anything
shorts.
shorter than a 7-inch though. Like some people wear the 3 and the 5. I can't. I'm not built for that.
Like the John Stockton shorts, right? Like
Right?
those like
Yeah.
boxers basically, you know.
Basically, I mean, I watch a guy online. I'm sure other people heard his name, Nick Bear, but he wears the 3-inch ones, and there's like it barely covers his ass cheek. Like it's just he might as well be naked running around. I mean, the guy's a specimen, good for him. But if I wore the 3-inch, like no one would want to be behind me at a race. That's for sure.
Oh
Just
well.
be butt cap jiggles out there, just flopping around. They're not the good kind, if you know what I'm saying.
That's right. Not the ones people are looking for. Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah, Nick Bear just wears those short ones for marketing. Like
Yes.
that's to get the female viewers or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, he got hit by a car the other day. Did you see
Did
that?
yeah? I got smoked. Yeah, nearly died probably. That's what he's just.
The car is probably wrecked. Like, can you imagine running into Nick Bear? It's probably totaled.
Just the
Like
tank.
the whole front end's just all
Yeah.
damaged in.
He hit the car. Is what the actual story is.
That's right.
It's like Chuck Norris.
Yeah, exactly. Very Chuck Norris like. Yeah, exactly. All right, we're coming to the end here, and we wanted to just spend the last little minute just giving a tribute to you, our listeners and watchers, for this time. We're going to have a special toast from Jeff, and we were supposed to do this together, but I'll just come out and say it. I totally forgot about this, but I know. I'll raise my glass of eggnog spiced coffee to you. But we're gonna have something. Jeff's gonna try something called a Skunkle Mike. A Skunkle Mike is an original drink from a common friend of ours, Mike McPhail, who's also Mattress Mike, who works down at the Sleep Country in Moncton. And a Skunkle Mike is a combo of eggnog and cream soda. And so Jeff's got like the fake eggnog, like the
So if you're like me and you have belly problems with lactose, you found yourself a good oat nog, and this is the best one I've found so far. Elmhurst oat nog. It's at Sobeys. It's pretty good.
all right.
So we got half a cup of that in our Chasing Trails mug, and then, well, my friend Larry from the White Elephant, who does the Milkshake Mondays. If you watch him, anyone else watches him. He always used Pop Shop cream soda, so that's what I got for cream soda today. So
Nice.
we're gonna pop that if I can figure out how to work this bottle opener. I should have had this opened already, Brandon. Oh, there we go. I got it. We're good.
All right.
And I think
Fantastic.
you're supposed to do the eggnog first, but I'm not sure. Here we go. Just so everyone knows we're not lying. We're doing the other half of this with eggnog and half with cream soda. It's a nice pink color in there.
Can you tip the cup to show us? Can you even see it?
I'm gonna spill it all over my.
A little higher. Oh yeah. We see a little bit there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
All right.
here's to a great year of chasing trails.
Here. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy New
Christmas.
Year.
You know what? That's surprisingly tasty.
What does it taste like? Does it taste like? I figure it tastes like a float. Does it taste like a
It does. It almost tastes like a yeah. I was actually just thinking how good a scoop of vanilla ice cream would make this, but it tastes almost like a vanilla cream soda float. Yeah, it's. I made fun of Mike for years for doing this. And I was like, you are ridiculous, and here I am. It's good. Good job, Michael.
right?
I
Way to
shouldn't be
go.
surprised.
No, Mike's got good taste in most things.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah, right. But we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We highly recommend the Skunkle Mike, and so maybe that'll sweeten up your holidays. We hope that you guys have a great Christmas. Once again, thanks so much for listening to the Chasing Trails podcast. Jeff and I are a bunch of goofs, but we love hanging out with you guys, and we love having a chance to talk about trails. And over the Christmas season, we're just wishing you all the best on behalf of Jeff's family and my family. Have the merriest of Christmases, and keep on chasing the trails.
And if you watch this for 45 minutes, you should go see a counselor. That's all I'm saying.